Green Hero, sponsored by Barnsley Council for a sustainable Barnsley. The Transpennine Trail. The 370-mile trail, run by only 3 people out of Barnsley Council, has received countless nominations for its accessibility and community engagement.
So hi everybody, I'm Mandy from the Transpennine Trail National Office.
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah, Beaumont TPT.
And I'm Robert Drummonds.
So just to give you a little bit of information about the TPT National Office, back in the late 1980s when the Beeching Report was published and all the railways were disbanded, Barnsley Council, there were 2 council officers there, Malcolm Parker and Robin Norbury, actually looked at a map, plotted some little bits on the ground and then thought, right, if we join all these lines coast to coast we can get a green route, and that's basically how the partnership began. So from those little inception meetings they then got in contact with all the local authorities right across the trail. So today that's 26 different local authorities spanning over 370 miles, and we're really proud to say that the TPT National Office is still hosted by Barnsley Council, which is fantastic.
So we work with loads of different supporters across the whole of the TPT, so it's not just local authority officers that help to make the trail amazing in the TPT National Office team, it's also our supporters. So these are volunteers, they might be friends of the Transpennine Trail who would come from our paid membership for the charity, Friends of the Transpennine Trail, or it might even be those local community groups who are literally just members of the public, who want to just go out, do what they do and just make the place where they live a better place. And in Barnsley we've got a really great geographical area. It's all multi-user route, isn't it? Lots of different routes. We call this a bit like Spaghetti Junction because you can go wherever you want. Really, there's no defined route like the coast to coast section. But that means that we've got loads of volunteers that go out and help. We've got some really great people that go out and they do litter picking or they do vegetation management. But it's not. They're really keen on promoting the trail by word of mouth as well, and it's really without these volunteers the trail wouldn't be where it is, so we're really grateful for these, aren't we?
Yeah, so as well as sort of managing our relationship with partners and supporters and volunteers, it's all about engaging with trail users as well, encouraging them to share with care and to share their experiences and give other people ideas for how they can access the trail. And so we're constantly posting on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and giving people ideas of how they can access the trail, and asking them for their feedback and their experiences, in the hope that somebody else might see a post and think, oh, I could do that, or that looks an interesting spot on the trail, I'll go out and explore that.
To us, the TPT is our life. We feel like it's part of our families, and I think we are starting to get the message out that we want other people to join that family, and we want people to come and use the trail. We want people to get out. We've been doing kids activity packs, so we're trying to embed that into young minds as well, that go out on the trail, it's great for your mental health, it's a perfect resource. And I think one of our supporters from Barnsley actually called the trail a linear park, which I think is a really nice way of promoting it.
Getting out in the country, getting that physical activity, that mental health and well-being, even looking at the different biodiversity that we've got on there, it's just amazing, it's massive.
Two Gate Fisheries. Owner Craig Butcher dedicated himself to a net zero goal for this beloved local restaurant, embracing every opportunity that came his way to make the establishment more eco-friendly.
Hello. I decided to look at different ways of saving energy. Obviously the industry as a whole has been struggling over pre-COVID, and then obviously we've been struggling with cost rises and things like that. And I actually went on a bit of a seminar workshop with Barnsley Council, and we're asking for a grant for a range which reduced my gas consumption by 60%, which is huge. As part of that seminar, if you like, it was a call to other people that were interested in it. Very time consuming. I thought, this isn't going to work, this is not what I want to do. But I actually pushed myself, went on it, and it was fantastic. It was really informative. It taught me how to do my carbon footprint, and obviously it's spiralled from there. I did have an electric vehicle first, But then obviously we've introduced the energy efficient range, which is, like I say, is genuinely saving me 60% of my gas consumption, which is massive. You know, it's on 6 days a week. They're vastly important. For instance, I get my boxes now delivered in bulk as opposed to monthly, so it's 12, 18 month that I get a delivery. So if you think of the saving, you know, the cost of the lorry, the diesel, the fumes, everything else like that, just by making simple changes, you can make a difference. So basically I store them off-site now, but it makes a massive difference. It obviously saves money as well, because it's all about obviously the sustainability of the business. We as a business, we've got to introduce net zero changes, but it's also got to be affordable to us, and obviously there's got to be a cost benefit to that. Customers now are asking about the recent investment, and obviously why are we doing it? We're doing it to the business is 90-year-old next year, so we're doing it to how can I put it, to preserve that business. We're going to make sure that that business is hopefully there for another 90 years. It's so important, you know, it's survived 90 years, and I feel the only way that it will survive, and we're future-proofing it, if you like, is by this investment, this amount of investment that we've done. So it's a great talking point, and just chatting to customers about savings, you know, what it's doing for the environment. We've now got solar panels on, which is obviously saving us electric consumption. We've got batteries that if there's any spare, it goes into batteries. And it's all about future-proofing the business, making sure that that business is sustainable and can carry on past 2025 when it's going to be 90-year-old.
Barnsley Main Heritage Group. A small team of community volunteers have worked to transform the former mining site, protecting the natural environment while supporting and preserving its local history.
Well, the group got together in 2016 on the anniversary, 150 years anniversary of the Oaks mining disaster. And it was funded by Dearne Valley Partnership and Barnsley Council. And it was, we needed to put something together to commemorate all those that lost their lives. Over 380 men and boys and rescuers lost their lives in a number of explosions over the 12th and 13th of December 1866. So we got together, the site was derelict, so we started clearing. We cleared all the site. We had a number of different groups that helped us. I mean, it was drug dens, alcohol dens. I think there were people living down there at one point. But we cleared it all, and we made a cross for each person that lost their lives. Over 380. It still remains the largest loss of life in Britain, in England, sorry. So we did, and we had crosses on side, on banking. And Ibbotson brought his lady and stood it down there and pressed with it and everything, and it was lovely. So to preserve the area, its authenticity, its mining heritage, right back to industrial evolution. It goes back nearly 200 years mining on that side. So we decided to preserve and promote and educate around Barnsley Main. So since then we've been there 8 years together. We've done all sorts of different things. The area is wild in some areas it's cultivated because we try and attract elderly, so it's got to be safe, underfoot for them. We attract children, again, because they've got to have safe places. It's an open site for dog walkers. Down on site in the woodyard, we've divided it into different sections. We've got a wild section that encourages different habitats. We've got bats, we've got foxes, we've got rabbits. Deer come on site now. They take all these plants, but it's their site. Children come to love and love looking around, and if they get a piece of coal, they wonder what it is and say, "Is this a piece of coal? Is this a piece?" I say, "Yeah, it is. Oh, look what I've got," because they don't know what coal is. So it's a vital, Barnsley Main is vital to the past, The present, educating people, children, adults, for the mental health and the social activities, but also to the future, because we have fighter mining. We're doing a project with Brunel University over 3 years now, and it's the fine metals that they can produce through plants from industrial sites. Amazing. So we've got all sorts now that we can bring to visitors of the site. We look at everything to try and enrich the site and enrich the wildlife.